Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak, where last episode, after being let out of police custody once again, we decided to catch a movie, with the star of the film appearing to take questions afterwards as the observant among us put two and two together as to Grimcat's identity. On leaving the cinema, we were approached by Sao Lee about a big job that Van accepted before we set out around Edith at night, having started a sweep of Old Town.
Ah, blast it. That's it for me. When did Anya get so good at Mahjong? She racked up a standby man like nobody's business. I'm sure I said that right. To think we taught her how to play. We've raised a monster. Our poor wallets. Wow, total shellacking across the entire table. I miss the days when Anya was still green. We just had her around to fill the table back then. We used to give her candy for coming up to play. Now we can't stop her. She just soaks up math and numbers like a sponge. We don't stand a chance against her. Oh, back again. Didn't you have a long soak this morning already? Something must really be on your mind, huh? I feel for you. I'll lend you an ear whenever. Just let me know, okay? Thanks, but like, who are you? The manager of the snack bar? My stuff's over your head. Oof, shot down. I mean it though, okay? I know a lot about grown-up problems. It's paperwork, isn't it? I bet it's paperwork. Wish you wouldn't write about that. Oh, your face is panicking. Make sure to stay on top of all that paperwork now. Paulette's gonna be mad if you miss rent. Hey, I know. Kid knows too much. Damn. I just wrapped up the checkbook and all the old regulars behaving themselves, so I've got time to work through the sales slips. They're changing the taxes around this year, so I gotta make sure I do them right. Man, this stuff's gotta be freaking you out, huh? I go to the bath to de-stress, you know?
Well...
Do I want to use the bath again? We did get an achievement for using the bath before. But it seems to be sauna visited in a chapter. This doesn't say sauna visited anytime now, I guess. Open all of Van's orbment slots for U material plus ×2. Let's try to say slots correctly this week.
Stepping inside?
I don't really need another bath. Why not?
This is perfect.
It gives me a chance to drink while you look at that man's defined muscles.
On top of the world!
Can never take too many baths. Yep, it's a safety bath. I mean, we're going out of town, right? We want to smell clean, just in case. Gotta be fresh. Ready for anything. Right, that seems to have been everyone talked to for max dialogue in this area. Maybe. No cats to be seen. Hidden away. No hidden quest cats. Let's go to Riverside then.
Taking off now.
So what is going on at Riverside at night? This is when, like, we might be able to get into... Oh, wow, we can!
The concert hall's probably open by now.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Blue score. It's got a vending machine.
Alright.
Sweetened canned coffee. I already own one. So this vending machine's got only stuff we've got before. Oh, there was a door I missed.
Yes! You look great.
Quite a lot of people to see here. What about some chairs? Phew, made it in time. Cut it real close, what with my shift running late. At least it looks like Jess is having fun up there. He's been feeling a little down lately, so it's a relief seeing that he's doing well today. I don't know why, but Jess's music always gets me choked up. All the emotions come through clear as day in his voice. Maybe there's a secret to it. I wonder if Selma would enjoy his music. I think she might at least connect with the themes behind it. Now this vending machine here is actually from you. Ticket clerk. Hey dude, we're putting on a free show tonight. Popular singer-songwriter Jess is going to be treating us to some of his heart-wrenching tunes. How about enjoying him with a drink? What'd you sell? Jess has really been making waves at the console. He's even about to make his major label debut. It'll be a big deal soon enough. Better see him before he gets his big break.
Hey there, what'll it be?
Cheese dogs. Cheesy hot dogs with a plethora of calories. Excellent. Fizzy Blues, the perfect fizzy drink to sip while enjoying live music. And Cassie's Soda. A soda-based cocktail. No problem, guy. Thanks for the goods. Your vending machine didn't stock anything new. What's that about?
Did you hear? Well, if it isn't Van.
It's Dingo. Dingo, what are you doing here? Good to see you, Van, darling. Long day, yeah? I just finished work a bit ago and was taking some time to check my messages. I'll be sure to send you any info I dig up around Edith straight away while you're gone. Appreciate you cutting to the chase. This is our martyr I'm dealing with, after all. They're on Hayway turf. If Hayway's guys can handle it on their own until Sal gets back, things should be fine. White Orchid Dragon's been popping up a lot as of late. I wouldn't rest on my laurels on this one, Van. If Sal's the one asking, things are bound to get ugly. Kind of man hope for an easy job every now and then. The Liu family should be trustworthy to a certain degree. But don't let your guard down. You'll be taking your new assistants into the Hayway snake pit after all. Though if you get in a bind, you know who you can turn to. I'm sure he hasn't lost his edge after all these years. Yeah, I was planning on reaching out to him anyway. Just hope he hasn't drunk himself into the gutter. Ah, I know who we're talking about. I met him myself a year or so back. You won't find him at the bottom of a bottle for once. That cute little assistant of his got him behaving for once. And I ain't letting him live that down once I get to Lamport. Might just be what I need to turn my losing streak around and let him have a taste of his own medicine. Like you're any different. Agnès has you on a tighter leash too. He and Van are almost like peas in a pod and neither of them would ever realize or admit it. Lamport. What about it? Nothing, it's just that the Tyrell Times is planning on running a special feature on Lamport in their culture section next month. Today's the first I've heard about it. Isn't that a funny coincidence? Funny? Why? Lamport's economy is booming these days, pretty on par with Edith's even. Makes sense there'd be interest in it. Maybe you're right. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but if worse comes to worse, then I'll have to rely on him. I hope you and your assistants have a safe trip. If you end up crossing paths with him, tell him I said hi. Him. Him. You leave Edith's goings on to me, darling. I'll let you know if I catch wind of anything juicy. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a souvenir. I'd never say no to some high-end liqueur. Aren't you demanding?
Time to make this a night to remember. Aw, you're leaving already?
Yeah, I'm leaving. I don't need to buy a passionate kiss from you. Surely I can get one for free. I think the quest is down there. It's the shop. I'm hungry. Taco me, Gordon. Tacos, and more tacos. My soul will leave my body if I don't get my daily dose of tacos. I can see you've been working hard today, yeah? Ain't so sure what you're up to, but it must be a tough gig. You rolling in here so late all the time. Let me whip you something up real quick. Yeah, you're an angel, Gordon. Eat up and get a life back in you, lass. Can always count on you, Gordon. Tacos. Hey, good to see you. Wish you'd gone here a bit sooner, though. I'm about to close up shop. Proper restaurants have their dinner rush or are just plain popular at night, but food stalls usually only see traffic during the day. If you want to put in an order here, better be quick next time. Just like this lass here.
Take as long as you need. I'll be waiting for you.
You haven't even new to sell me, though.
Stall set up along the river.
I've been practicing with her for 2 weeks now, and I'm not sure Lulua's cut out to be an idol. Not for lack of talent, don't get me wrong, it's more of a genre issue. Here in the Republic, people listen to either classical or jazz. Chanson singers are pretty popular too. Idol pop doesn't even cut it as an afterthought. It's worse than that, and it's a real shame. I've been throwing everything into making it as an idol, but maybe it's time I face reality. My partner Natalie decided to become a chanson singer because she couldn't imagine any success coming from being an idol. That's why Cupid broke up. Maybe it's about time I throw in the towel. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, to be honest. I've known for a while it's time to call it a day and walk away from all of this. I didn't really see a reason to keep at it. But then Lulua came along. She's got a great attitude and massive potential. I really should tell her to reconsider, though. Yeah, having my dreams crush is bad enough. We don't need 2 depressed washouts. That stubborn old man. Only I know the true potential behind his taco stand, but he won't listen to me. You're so close to perfection. Just push it a little harder. A change in seasonings and marinades could mean the world. Why would he not listen to me? You have the culinary world at your fingertips. You just have to seize the opportunity.
Nowhere better in Riverside than here.
Why is Shino's food so darn good? I want to hold off since I just lost a lot of weight, but I can't. I first came across Shino's food truck on Station Street, but I like it more when she's in Riverside. The scenery just adds to it all. I used to just drink at her place, venting all my troubles away. I can't believe it took me this long to find out her food bangs so hard.
Well,
Nice beer there by the look of it. Speaking of bangers, I heard the taco stand's got some great offerings too. Kinda want to give them a try. If I can get past just how much the guy running it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, I want to try out something else in Riverside. Oh, everything else in Riverside. Right, Shino, you've got our quest for today.
Hello. Thank you.
Ah, Van, do you have a moment? I guess. What's up? One of my customers left this behind. Whoa, that bag's from Andalusia. Damn, what kind of rude customer just up and leaves one of their masterpieces behind? I see your sweet tooth hasn't rotted out your mouth yet, Van. But back to business, this isn't your normal lost item. There's a story to it. I was honestly planning on contacting the guild or the police. But in you stroll at the perfect time. Would you mind if I request for you to handle this? This Andalusia bag is a story, huh? That's weird, but I trust you here. Must be real serious. Gotta admit, I'm curious, but should I get involved? The cars look better at night. I saw it just go past the other side of the thing. Looks nice with the lights on. Chaos points up. Sure. Sure, I'll take that job. That's a relief. Thank you. So, mind if I peek inside the bag? With the way you're talking about it, it can't be a cake. Of course, take a look. Van took out the contents of the bag. It's a special cake. Man, oh man, there's a story here, alright. By the way, this thing was bagged up. I'm guessing it came from some smuggling route? Good question. Frankly, the owner seemed like your average everyman, suit and all. He didn't strike me as a shady character. My biggest impression of him was probably that he seemed worn down. He was definitely drowning his worries. Drowning his worries with a gun in a bag. Yeah, well, this is going ain't pretty. Last you know is he got drunk and left this behind. That's as much as I know on my end. He left my truck just a bit ago, actually. He mentioned something about catching one last live performance, I think. If you're quick, you should be able to catch up to him. Alright, that's a good enough lead to start up. I'll head to the concert hall. I'll bring the goods with me, just in case. Oh yeah, we'll totally bring the gun with us. Naturally, I'll leave this customer in your hands then, Van.
okay, time to get to work.
What once was lost. Right, into the concert hall we go. Yes, I'll start here.
Can we talk?
Yeah, I think someone like that was here. But I told them Jess was playing tonight, said the vibe was going to be chill. Got the feeling they were hoping for something a little heavier. They left without even buying a ticket. I see. You guys talk about anything else? Anything at all you can tell me will be a big help. Isn't it free? Why would you buy a ticket? Let's see. Alright, I remember they were muttering as they walked out. Guess I'll head to the theatre then. I got a feeling they're playing something I'd like to see. The theatre then. Thanks a bunch, man. No worries. Please come by again. Only place you might catch a movie this late is the Esprit Cinema in Tyrell. But again, move on before the trail goes cold. Right, we're hopping scenes. We'll have to come back to check out the rest of Riverside in time. There's only the other side of it to go. But I say we be hot on the case. Because it's the area of our next actual story move on. probably best to do this. Oh yeah, I guess I could check the notice board too.
Alright.
No good info? Maybe they're not so hidden, they're just on the back of the thing.
Let's do this.
Unfortunately, everything I have is in the same direction. Now, to be fair, I think this guy might be in the alleyway.
Nice cold ice cream.
Did you see? There's a new movie.
That's a no. He's not in the alleyway, he's in the blooming place.
Let's see what we've got.
Notes and requests are strewn across the bulletin board. Doesn't look like there's any good info here either. I've got to go through the doors and do the main story event to do the quest, even. Can never go wrong with a nighttime trip to the movies. What have we got playing tonight? Super Curious starring Nike Marceau. Sure. Oh yeah, I think that woman's got a lot of history of a certain gambler I know. They're also playing This Side of Heaven. Wouldn't mind seeing that. Which one should I check out? Or should I just forget about it and move on? You can watch films at Esprit Cinema in the Tyrell District. Select your film of choice at night and watch it with a friend to better your connection with them. When you select a film during the day, you can choose up to 2 people to see it with them. This also betters your connection with them.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Alright, I don't actually have to do the cinema yet.
Let me ask you something.
Oh yes, I remember him. He was here earlier. Unfortunately, he's gone now. The movie he wanted to see was no longer playing today, so he left. He appeared rather dejected.
Thank you for your visit today.
Gotcha. This guy's a hard one to track down. Anything else you can tell me about him?
Showing on screen 1 will
Certainly.
soon begin.
Before he left, I remember him saying something like, "This always happens to me."
You have a ticket.
I also
Please
heard him
proceed
mutter
to the
something that
entrance.
sounded somewhat concerning. Oh yeah, what did he say? I believe he mentioned feeling frustrated about losing something he'd gone to great lengths to attain. And that
have
he'd be better
merchandise
off
for
putting
the
an
movie on
end
sale
to
at the
everything
shop.
as soon as possible so he could finally be at ease.
buy a
Yeah,
souvenir
that
to
definitely
remember your
qualifies
visit.
as concerning. Thanks for filling me in. That just about confirms my suspicions. All the more reasons to hurry up and find him. Only question is how exactly does he plan to put an end to things, so I guess there's always that. Those things should be running at this hour. I'd say chances are good that's what he's going to try for. Most likely he headed straight underground after leaving the theatre. Better make a beeline for it. The train? Oh god. Oh god. Next train should be here any minute. Something up, buddy. That sure was a heavy sigh. Might be a bit if you're waiting for the train. Sure you want to stand that long? Hey, you can talk to me. I already know your plan anyways. You're gonna jump in front of the train and put yourself out of your misery, right? Who are you? Just some guy who was asked by a stall owner in Riverside to deliver something. You forgot your cake bag there. Oh, so that's where I left it. I plan to use that to end it all after enjoying a few drinks and some music. But by the end, I got so drunk I forgot all about it. Lucky for you, I'm here to give it back. Before I do, though, I'm curious. What made you want to resort to that to begin with? I suppose you're going to try to change my mind, huh? Not planning to butt into your business, just want to know is all. Almost feels like you're treating this like some kind of entertainment. Sorry, don't take it the wrong way. Got a lot more life experience than me, so I was thinking something like this would be useful to know. Yeah, sure. Sorry, but I can't imagine anything I can say will be of any use to you. You can find stories like mine around every corner. I lost my job, all because my new superior at work really had it in for me. Any idea why? I couldn't tell you why he hated me so much, just that he did. I started getting blamed for anything and everything. Didn't matter whether it was my fault or not. In the end, even my own workers lost faith in me. I worked so hard to build up my place in the company, to get my co-workers' trust. I had everything up through my retirement worked out. Decades of hard work and planning, all gone in a flash. Life lost all meaning afterwards. I guess that had to have hit pretty hard. That's putting it lightly. My job was basically all I had. Still single, and I don't have any hobbies or skills. can't help but wonder where I went wrong. Did I do something to piss off Adios? I know I told him I wouldn't butt in, but the client trusted me with him. That means I've got to at least try to change his mind. Looks like I might have a bit of room to do that, luckily. So the question is, should I try to convince him the old-fashioned way or give him the cold shoulder and see how he reacts to that? One of those will hopefully work. How should I go about this? Talk him out of it? Pretend to abandon him? I can't pretend to abandon him. That's too much of a gamble. Even though, like, I get these options and I'm obviously skewing very much certain ways, and I'm just wondering if, like, I should go the other way from time to time. Yes, I'll just act like you're not worth it and hope that you then do not jump in front of a train. Let's try the old-fashioned approach. Let me get this straight. You got fired because a superior of yours blames you for stuff you didn't do, right? That's right. What of it? There's your way out of this then. Sue his ass. Hey! Constructive dismissal kind of stuff? Ah, don't make me laugh. You really think he'd leave evidence lying around that'd incriminate him? No way the company wouldn't cover it all up. It'd be next to impossible to beat them in court. About me, you mean? Ah, I gotta make some more money! Van handed the man his business card. I'm a Spriggan from Arkride Solutions. I take on jobs you can't bring to the police or to the guild. This is a bit outside my usual scope, but I'm feeling generous, so I'll make an exception. I'll get you whatever evidence you need to win in trial. Guaranteed. Oh, I get it. So you're the Spriggan I've heard so much about. It's hard to believe you can pull off the miracle I'd need for this, but... Never mind. I'd rather not try my luck. How come? This is my job, so as long as you pay, I'll make sure it's done right. And that's not it. I just remembered how exhausting it was to work there. It was like I had to stress about every little detail. You say you can get my job back, but honestly, I'm not sure if I even want it that badly. What was I even thinking? I should be happy to be out, but here I was about to kill myself after losing it. I have no idea what came over me. Hey, things happen. So what's the plan then? If you're not going to try to get your old job back, you got to find something else to live for. I don't know yet, but I don't think I should rush into a new job immediately. I think I need to take a little time for myself first. I'll find a hobby, think about what I really want in life, and then I can start searching. Ah, thank you, man in suit, for talking yourself out of it. Yeah, that sounds like a mighty fine idea to me. Good on ya. I never would have guessed leaving that bag behind would save my life. I guess it did. While I'm still thinking about it, here you go. Van handed the man his bag with gun in it. I went through so much trouble to get this thing, but I can't even imagine using it now. I think you said that stall owner was the one who asked you to find me? The least I could do is pay you on her behalf. It was more than worth it to get in the chance to talk to you. Works for me. I don't care who does it as long as I get paid. I'll let her know you settled the bill. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Well, I best head on home for today. I've done enough drinking for one night, and it'd be better to cool my head and do some thinking. You're a lifesaver, young man. Literally. I'll never forget the debt I owe you. The next train arrived soon after, and Van made sure the man safely boarded it. Afterward, he finished up the job by calling Sheena with the details of what had happened.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
Can I keep the gun? Yeah, I knew I was going to get more on the law side of thing after that. Maybe I should do some chaotic stuff. I don't know. After all, if we look at like the achievement list here, you get achievements for that. So maybe I should aim to get it to complete it. Maybe I should go completely off the answer of what I do, if you know what I mean, and just throw someone to the wolves, as it were. Right, I need to either watch a movie or where else am I going? Where else do I have to go to? Back to Old Town, supposedly, to finish the night. Well, we've got to finish off the sweep of the Riverside. So let's get that sorted, shall we? Maybe you can take up the hobby of shooting. I don't know.
They've got stalls set up along the riverside.
Thanks again for your help. It's a relief knowing my customers are safe and sound. I'll have to make sure he's well taken care of next time I see him around. You look like you could use a drink yourself, Anne. How about a cocktail before heading home? What? Not even a freebie? Come on. Next game, he's a master marksman and a new character. He's just got that good at gun. But his name's still Man in Suit. His first name's Man, middle name In, last name Suit. Just like female student. Downey and the others are busy for the day trying to get their hands on a new car, so they won't be joining us today. Here's hoping they don't get carried away and end up in a big mess. I'm sure I'll be fine though. I remember just how pumped I was when I got approved for a loan to buy this puppy. My literal ride or die to this day. I hope Downey can find himself something just as special today. The RGB. Oh, no show today. Oh well, more road for us. Tonight's a real beauty, but keep your eyes on the road, everyone. We're just about to take our cars out. Doing a little drag racing with friends. You up for it, Van? Don't got time for that sort of thing when you're full grown, kid. But hey, have a good time. Don't go getting in any wrecks here. Yeah, I sure ain't planning on it. I can get run over soon. How to floor it. Danny's always keeping up with all the latest car models and whatnot. I should go see what he thinks. Off that bunch goes, driving without a care in the world. What a bunch of punks. They keep this up, someone's gonna get hurt. Worried about Junifer, old man? Ah, don't make me laugh. Anything happens to her, she'll have it coming. A driver that can't take care of their own ass has no business behind the wheel. Harsh, but he's got a point. Scavenging for parts again, huh? You sure put a lot of work into that night breaker of yours. You sure you ain't going overboard? You ain't got the deepest pockets in town, you know. Ah, don't remind me. But she still ain't on par with the old one. Here is temporary, but my devotion is eternal. Jeez. Fix up the car all you want. What you really need is a tune-up on that junker between your ears. The song was 15 seconds long.
What'll it be? Come again.
I love that song. She's like, it wasn't really anything. Are you on the outside or on the inside? They're upstairs, in fact. The church people are visiting the church people quite often tonight. I finished organising the documents listing our parishioners and messages from the Grand Cathedral. All that's left is your seal and signature, Father. You're early as ever, Mother Kira. But suppose I don't mind pausing my research for a moment. Are you certain your research cannot wait? Well, it's relatively urgent, I suppose. You should know, after all, since you originally... Yes, Father, I get it. Please just sign those documents as soon as you're able. Especially those missives from the Grand Cathedral. They'll be expecting a reply sent back as soon as possible. Father Mansur is such a wonderful man. He's taught me so much. Whenever I assist him with his tasks, though, I can't tell if he's being overly discreet or just careless. Or maybe he's just overwhelmed from doing too much. Okay. Lamp in the way! Lamp! You can always count on Mother Kira when you need to. Having her assistance has been quite the blessing. My work here is of great importance, though not so much that I must rush to tend to it. Though I suppose now's as good a time as any to tend to the documents Mother Kira prepared for me. Kira. Kira would be more of an I. Kira. Probably that, but I think we've now finished off the Riverside sweep. Let's hope not to get run over. And go to the Tyrell District. Tyrell.
Off we go.
Already done our quest, so I think it's time for us to go see a movie in short order. Oh no. Those cops didn't... One of them didn't like me anyway. Now they're with Nate too. Hey, detective. Good to see you. Off to patrol the shopping district. You never catch a break, do you? Yeah, I feel like I'm always swamped with work. Being a detective isn't as easy as it sounds. Well, at least these patrols give me chances to run into hot babes like you, so it's not all bad. Is he hitting on us? Ew. This guy's a walking, talking department scandal in the making. Huh. What's wrong? Why'd you two go all quiet? Okay, I may be single again, but that just means I'm a free man. Now time to start meeting some new people. Did they just frown at me? Nah, I must be imagining things. Nate is not liked. I always thought this guy was a gross playboy. Now that I've talked to him, turns out he is a gross playboy. Shocking. I hear this guy's got a new girlfriend every month or so. Definitely something wrong with him. Well, something's right with him as well, if you can keep pulling, I guess.
Please step on up.
It's the after that's the issue, right? Meow. What a distinctive meow we get. Nothing like having a smoke while reading some comics after a long day at work. That, sir, is a book. I never buy business magazines because they make me think about work. I read to unwind. Alright, it's time for me to head home. Wait, what? It's already that late? I always lose track of time when I get invested in a good comic magazine. Oh, I'm with the youth. I'm reading one of them comic magazines. Yes. I'm so trendy. Sounds like that guy. People tend to look down on part-time jobs, but you can actually learn a ton from them, in my opinion. I hope my brother considers it one of these days. He doesn't have to become a part-time pro like his big sister or anything. His perspective on things could just use a little tweaking, that's all. He's going through puberty, so I can sympathize. Okay. It's Toki. Oh, Sober Curious. Now there's a film with some meat on its bones. It's more or less a thriller, but they did an excellent job depicting the duality of human beings. It certainly wasn't perfect, but I'll gladly take it over the cheap fluff that's being churned out. See, he's in a Sober Curious too.
Good grief.
Did you know?
When it comes to criminals who've been making a splash around Edith lately, the first one that comes to mind has got to be Grimcat. She targets evil corporations and corrupt officials, and she's daring too. She sends a calling card to all of her targets. Most interesting part, they say she's not even in it for the money. She's just out to expose wrongdoing and save people who are in trouble. Another thing about Grimcat, she had a so-called declaration published inside a tabloid at one point. We can't know for sure if it was written by the real deal, but maybe she's nothing more than attention-seeking? Always possible, I guess. For someone who's supposed to be a well-intended thief, Grimcat can be on the showy side, but that's all part of her charm. According to my book, she also stirred up trouble during two other periods. About 24 or 25 years ago, as well as around half a century ago. The author theorizes that maybe it's a title that's been passed down, but that sounds kind of ridiculous. It's not like we live in some comic book. No, it's a comic book magazine. So, quite a lineage that's going on there. I'm interested in meeting the grandmother. The one that started it all.